Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady, and our first story about how a lack of courtesy can lead Karen not quite where she wants to go. I actually feel sorry for the store employees now. I'm a managing agent for some apartment buildings, so sometimes I head out to local giant hardware store with an employee or two to pick bulk items like sheetrock, cement bags, sandbags, tools, lights, and fans, etc. I tend to go while wearing painter's slacks and shirts because I'd rather not dirty up my good clothes for this task. Sometimes I get other customers asking me where something is because, for some reason, they assume the guy that's wearing white, which isn't the color of every employee's shirt in the place, must also work there. I normally just say, "I don't work here," and ignore them. In this one instance, that didn't work. I'm in the plumbing aisle trying to find the bulk items of toilet flappers when a mid-40s lady and her family or friends that seem to be in their 30s asked me where they could find a type of paint. I say the thing I normally say while looking through the shelves, and they get all offended. Lady 1, "Excuse me?" I ignore her. I haven't realized that she's still talking to me. I found what I was looking for and was grabbing a few packages. Lady 2, "Hey, we're talking to you." Lady 3, "What idiot trained you?" At this point, I got what I needed and was backing away from the shelving and noticed the ladies were staring at me angrily. I realized then that my standard reply didn't work, so I shrugged and said, "I don't work here. I have no clue." Then I turned around and started to leave. Lady 1, "I don't effing care if you don't work in this aisle. I need some paint. And if you don't help me, I'm going to do my best to get you fired." Lady 2, "We should do it anyway. He needs to learn that that's not how you talk to a lady." Lady 3, "A-hole." So we were in aisle 6, and I knew the public bathroom was located over at aisle 23. So I said, "I'm sorry, the paint area is located in aisle 23. Go halfway down the aisle, and on the right-hand side, there'll be a group of people that can best help you." Lady 1, "Was that so hard?" Me, "No, it wasn't. I hope you have a pleasant day." The best part, the paint aisle is located at aisle 3. Only the toilets can handle their crap. And our second story. Lady calls me a Nazi because I'm a German tourist. The cast. D is my dad, EL is entitled lady, M is manager, and me is yours truly. This story happened about 3 years ago. Me, my parents, and my dog were visiting the USA for 3 weeks during the summer holidays. We also visited some old friends who moved here. It was good to see them again. Me and my dad went to Walmart one day to get some groceries. My mom and the doggo stayed at home because my mother wasn't feeling well. First of all, damn America. The food here is amazing, but it has way more calories than here in Germany. Also, the portion sizes are so much bigger. I was shopping with my dad at Walmart to get something to eat for dinner. Keep in mind, my dad isn't very good at English, so I had to translate for him and speak to shop assistants for the most part. We were in the candy aisle to look for some snacks, but for the most part, we were comparing what different candies America has. Both of us were talking in German. My dad found a Twinkie package, if I remember correctly, and I explained to him what this is, what flavor, etc. When he put it into the shopping cart, I heard that typical Karen ahem sound. Thinking not much of it, I moved our shopping cart closer to the corner because I thought it was blocking someone from passing. Nope. Another louder ahem sound, and I turned to my left. There she was, standing in her full glory. The Karen with every single Karen feature. Typical Karen haircut, huge sunglasses, and the "can I speak to the manager" outfit. She looked like she was in her late 40s to early 50s. The lady was staring at me and my dad and seemed rather annoyed. Me, "Can I help you?" EL, "You took long enough. Where are the paper towels?" Me, "Excuse me?" EL, "Are you deaf or something? I asked you where the paper towels are." Me, "Sorry, ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about." EL, "What the hell? How dare you speak to customers like that? I'm going to get the manager and tell him how rude you are. One last time, where are the paper towels?" At this point, Karen started to annoy me and my dad, but in all my confusion, I realized that she thought I was an employee. The lady was looking very angrily at me, and before I could correct her, my dad started to speak to me in German. Dad, in German, "What's up with her? Is everything all right?" Me, in German, "Yes, this lady just thinks that I'm an employee. Don't worry about it, I'll handle it." Suddenly, the lady looked extremely terrified, like she just saw a ghost or something. she quickly changed her attitude back to typical Karen behavior. "Stop speaking Spanish this instant. We're in America, so speak English. I'll definitely tell your manager about this, you slut." Me and my dad were absolutely shocked. I really didn't know how to answer to that, but I tried to be respectful of her. Me: "Excuse me, ma'am, but you see, I don't work here. We're both German tourists. Please leave us alone." I grabbed the shopping cart and gestured to my dad to go to the next aisle and continue our shopping. As soon as we were almost around the corner, I made the mistake to look at Karen again. She started screeching. She shouted, "You two, stop immediately!" and walked toward us. And she grabbed my arm. Her grip was so tight that it almost made me tear up. The EL shouted in my face, "You Nazi whore, come with me! I'm going to get your manager!" I was shocked, and my dad was livid. He pushed her away from me and told her something along the lines in his broken English and with his heavy German accent, "Get your hands off my daughter, you stupid bee! Go away and never talk to us again!" The lady looked shocked at my dad, as if she'd never gotten someone to raise their voice at her. Her mouth was moving as she wanted to say something, but she quickly walked away for a bit. As soon as she disappeared, my dad comforted me and asked if I'm okay. I answered that I was fine but needed to calm down a little. Some minutes pass and we continue our shopping, hoping we never have to deal with that lady again. After about 10 minutes, we both hear that annoying voice again. "Those are the guys." Me and my dad turn around and we see, lo and behold, our favorite nightmare Karen with manager in tow. "EL, those are the guys. You need to fire that girl. She was very rude to me and threatened to kill me. And that man assaulted and tried to rape me." She had an evil grin on her face as she said that. The manager looked confused at me and responded after a second, "Ma'am, I'm very sorry, but this girl does not work here." EL: "What? But I saw her helping that man. She has to be an employee, and she threatened to kill me in a concentration camp." Me and my dad looked in disbelief at each other, but I quickly tried to explain the situation to the manager. Me: "Sir, this is not true. Me and my dad are German tourists and in no way Nazis. We were in the candy aisle when this lady approached us. She mistook me for an employee, and when I tried to correct her, she suddenly called me names and a Nazi. When she was physically assaulting me, my dad pushed her away from me and told her to go leave us alone. I still have a bruise on my arm." When I showed the manager my bruise, the lady tried to claim that I painted it on my arm. My dad tried to back me up and told the manager, again with broken English and heavy accent, to look up the security footage. The lady's face turned pale, and she still insists that I painted the bruise on my arm. EL stuttered, "They're lying. You have to believe me, not those Nazis. They assaulted me and want to murder and rape me. Don't watch the security footage. It's unnecessary and a waste of time." The manager says, "Ma'am, I won't need to review the footage because I already witnessed it through the cameras." To me: "I'm so sorry for this inconvenience. Do you want to press charges? Because this lady did assault you." I politely declined because me and my family were just for a holiday in America to relax and see new places and not visit courts. The lady got banned from the store, and me and my dad got a little discount on our groceries. Some people are just nuts, man. When we got home, we had a great story to tell my mom and our dog, but in the end, we just laughed over it. I got an ice cream from my dad and some loving cuddles from my dog. Thanks so much for reading my first encounter with a Karen. This is my first story on this subreddit, so it'll probably have some flaws, but oh well. Well, I hope the dog liked the story. Well, moving on to the next one. You can't park there. I live there. Obligatory on mobile. My parents have owned our beach property for 30 years. They bought it outright in the 80s and flipped it into what is now their retirement property. When I was younger, we only stayed on vacations from school, but about 10 years ago, Mom was tired of the cold and they made the move there permanently. I moved into the other side of the duplex about 2 years ago as I was coming out of a bad time, and being home with my family was both emotionally and financially a win for me. The downside of this property is that while my dad installed a driveway, it only fits his car and Mom's, so I usually park on the street outside. Since we live in a high tourist area and on the beach, as soon as you step off our stairs, you're officially on the public street, so parking is a complete nightmare. This will be relevant in a second. One day I'm coming home, and by sheer luck, I find a spot right outside my door. I pull my car in, and I'm getting my things together when a man, who I'll now refer to as Kevin, begins knocking on my window. Kevin. Excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Me. Parking my car? You can't park here. I'm pretty sure I can. It's public parking. Nope, I live here, and your car's blocking the stairs to my house. I'm sorry, you live here? I had no idea. How long have you lived here? Why does that matter? It's my house, and I'm telling you, you can't park here. So at this point, I'm trying not to laugh at his face as I get out of my car and start walking up my front steps. Kevin begins screaming at me to get off his property or he'll call the police. My dad, hearing the commotion, comes outside and asks what the problem is. Now, here's the thing about my dad. I'm the only daughter to a 6'1", 225-pound Italian man. He has little to no patience for anyone even looking at me funny. I don't want this to turn into a bigger thing than it already is, so I just casually inform him that I wasn't aware we had a new person living with us, and it would have been nice to be informed. Dad's confused, Kevin is slinking back to his car, and I'm about to pee myself laughing. We all had a great laugh about this, and still weeks later, bring it up when we need a pick-me-up. The only sad part? I have 1,000,001 stories just like this, because apparently the world is full of Karens and Kevins. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.